Greetings YouTube, this is Jared with Omnivore Blade Works. I'm wearing my 511 Tactical Web plate carrier. I really like it, very comfortable. There's no plates in it, so it's light. I'm just using it as a platform to demonstrate the new Raven and its Molle compatible sheath. Actually, a set of sheaths. There's this one, which is just single-sided. The idea is that if you're running around with your rifle, you've got it mounted on your chest. Normally, I guess if you were running a new modern sling, you could probably just sling your sling this way and then pull your reverse grip dagger out of your sheath. So it's nice and accessible. When you're coming up with your rifle, it doesn't get in the way. So that's that particular sheath. The same sheath is basically set up the same way, except they did it with standoffs and fasteners on either side, so that you can mount a malice clip here and here on either side. So it's an ambidextrous setup, or you could just make it a sandwich and run a mag pouch on top of the sheath if you wanted to, and then the knife might be protected a little more. This one turned out a little bit snugger than I expected, but really it needs to be that way because, well, I'll probably get a little bit more involved in this design, but there's a little wiggle down up here at the tip. So it's just a prototype, and I'm learning every time I make another piece of Kydex. So there's that version. Then there's exactly the same sheath you can see here, but I cut down the profile so that it's smaller, and I mounted a malice clip on the back. And there's two positions. You can mount it with a high ride, you can just use it on your belt, or you can do a low ride like here, and then you've got basically a low profile sheath. You can lash it to whatever you want to, or adapt the hardware. The malice clips are 1.47 inches apart from each hole, which is the stupidest thing I ever saw, because why not just do 1.5 like everybody else? But you can fudge it, and you can use other hardware like the tech locks and whatnot. So that's the Raven with its Molle sheath and its low profile sheath, which is the same thing basically. Then the other knives that are going to have the same setups with, you know, basically chest mounts are the Parvis in my right hand, which is more of a drop point skinner, and it's got a pretty sharp false edge for busting bones and for better penetration if you need to stab something. So there's this Parvis, and it also is optional with a hammer pommel. A friend of mine did some videos with that. And then there's the Tanuki Tanto. I don't even know how you pronounce that properly, Japanese. But it's a more traditional sweeping curve on the blade, and it's got a false edge, which you could sharpen if you wanted to, but this one's, well, it's kind of a variable on this one. This is a prototype. This one's going to always be with a rounded butt because it's just for one thing. It's not for beating rocks and whatnot. So I'm expecting to do another sheath same way with the Tonto. Of course, it'll have to maybe ride a little higher because it's a little longer than the Raven, just a little bit. And we also have, I wanted to show you the differences between the original Raven and the new one. You can see the length of the new one overall is a little shorter because it doesn't have this pokey thing on it, which is actually very dangerous. Also, the sheath on the old Raven, which I probably will make some more of, is set up so you can mount a malice clip on it at an angle like that and run it on your gear at an angle for upside down carry like so, or you can run it horizontal with shorter clips on well, basically through these two holes up at the hilt, and two of these on the in the center of the blade. This is you can see that's a partial serration on one side, and then the sheath is just more streamlined. Yeah, I wouldn't really say it's the most secure sheath there ever was, but I would probably carry it up right side up, and then maybe there's some safety measures you could do if you wanted to carry it upside down. Then I also have a Raven with a grip on it, and this is really nice. This one's a single edge that I did two of. One of them, this one's going to go to a friend of mine who ordered a Raven a long time ago, and I think she's going to be better off with a single edge. So that's that. Kind of pretty. And this is SoCom blue. I don't know if you can really tell in the daylight. What else? I guess that's about it. Basically, I just wanted to demonstrate the sheaths, and of course the fact that this has got the goop spray grit on it, and it's really grippy and comfortable. And I'm really excited about this new Raven dagger because it's not as long and it won't poke you in the face or the ribs with its pommel, and I like it. So I'll be making these a bunch more out of 1095, and then probably some out of AEBL stainless, and probably some out of some 3V in 3/16 inch. The AEBL will probably be 1/8 inch. I'm not sure if I want to bother with that though. That's kind of thin for what this is for. I kind of like a little bit more strength in the 1/4 inch material. So that's what I have for now. There'll be another more comprehensive update about what's going on in the shop, hopefully before too long, and hope you enjoyed watching.